What is going on? Hopefully we're all well. Hopefully we're all doing it very, very well. So I'm going to bring the video out now. I did mention on Twitter that I might wait for the morning because I want more PA, but I might just mix it up a little bit. And to be honest, I feel like getting it out today. I'm going to watch football with the boys in a couple of hours, so I just want to get it out and I don't have to worry about doing it in the morning. And I'd rather show a few different ways this can play than then wait till tomorrow, potentially not even be able to get it out, and then yeah, you're gonna have to wait another week. And I'd rather be consistent and get it out. But yeah, I'm gonna show you a couple of different ways this can play and what I am looking for and what I am expecting so far, and hopefully not much not much changes. So yeah, if you can like, comment, subscribe, share it about, it does help. If you want to retweet on Twitter as well, obviously much appreciated. But yeah, going to be going through. I'll start with Bitcoin. All right, I'm just going to do Bitcoin. It's probably the easiest thing to go through. Bitcoin, then going to go through ETH. Going to go through, like, let's say the alts, the top of this wave, like I did in one of the mentioned in the one of the Bitcoin in twos, where are we going to top out around 75 to 80, 6 months of sideways and then go, or is it going to go to 90 or over 100 before we get a major drop? I'm going to go over the macro as well, like ES1, obviously ES mini, SPX, if you're not aware, and obviously your macros as well. And then yeah, Bitcoin long term, pretty much what this dip means, and then Ethereum's long term as well. So there's a fair bit to speak about. I'm hopefully going to try and just try and polish these off in under. I'm not even going to say fucking 5 minutes. I'm joking. I do want to try and get this done in under 30 minutes, but yeah. Anyway, let's jump into it. So first, going to start with Bitcoin. So if you remember previously, we was obviously expecting your expanded flat, get a double sweep of these lows, then bounce. Now, we did have an alt count of this being an ABC. This looks like a zigzag now, to be honest. Looks like an ABC with, and this is very, very, very rare. A very deep and sharp A. You've come down for wave B, and then obviously that can't really make much of a high if it is a wave 2, because then obviously you're going to be taking that out. Then it's not a wave 2. So we've got a zigzag for wave 2. All right, then you've got an expanded flat for wave 4. So wave A, wave B, wave C, and then what appears looks like, because we're getting an expanded flat for wave 4, just like what we have got in Bitcoin on the whole. Just really zoom out so that makes sense. On the whole here, so A, B, C, obviously you've got an extension. All right. And that looks like what is going to be the case. I'm going to try and be quite more object in my videos as well. Object, is that even the right fucking word? Just straight to the point a little bit and just try and get it done and not really explain the same thing 6 times. So yeah, I feel like I always yawn in these videos. It's not good. I actually quite enjoy making them, but I'm fucking yawning all the time. All right. But yeah, so let's say you've got your wave 4 now. This is your MKL. So this is your main key level, and you've got a key level here. This is your swing for where your impulse started, or your impulse started here. Well, it is there, but really, if you get back above there, then yeah, it's your key level. This is your MKL. All right. So you've come for your wave 4. Wave 5, there is a chance that this can be finished as an ending diagonal. I personally don't think it is. I really, really, really don't think it is, and I really don't. I don't think we are just going to keep continuing yet. I think we have got a little bit more downside. A little bit more downside before we do come up. What I really, really, really don't want to see, I don't want to see a break between this level. We get a break between this level, it's going to be yeah, quite interesting, to be honest. And it's going to be, I wouldn't say worrying, but it might be a bit more telling as opposed to what this count is, what this larger count is. There is a chance that this is the high. This is the top of Bitcoin. I was actually discussing this with someone I know. That this is a 1-2, this is a wave 3, wave 4, and this is your 5th. To be honest, it does look like a good 5 waves, but I still don't think it's done yet because of what we need to do on the alts. So I'm not spreading FUD. Don't stress. All right, let me just have a quick drink. Give me 2 minutes. 30 minutes. We're getting this done in fucking 30 minutes. I'm drinking kombucha, if anyone's worried. Well, not worried, but yeah, don't drink pop. Stay away from that shit. Get some kombucha down your fermented tea. Oof, it's an absolute killer. Right. Where were we? So, just going to go through Bitcoin. I don't want to see this low break because, what am I doing? I had some kombucha and it's gone straight to my head. Fucking steaming. So, we've gone to, honestly, I bet some of you listening to some of these jokes and thinking, Jesus Christ, he thinks he's fucking hilarious. So the reason why I don't want to see a break between this, before this low is I do think this is a flat. Now we could have wave A, wave B, wave C, and that could be wave A, wave B, then C, and then go. It could be the case, and I will be looking out on that. Or it could obviously be the WXY. So this could be a W. So you've got a flat, then a zigzag, then you could get another zigzag, or I think Cred actually showed this in one of his previous videos. You could get WXY, WX, and then A, B, C, D, E, like a triangle. I personally don't think we can get a WXY. Now I'll quickly tell you why, and I'll quickly tell you why I don't think that what Cred showed is going to be the case. This, in my opinion, is a WXY. We've got a complex correction for wave 2. It's not an expanded flat. In my opinion, it's not like an A, B, and a C. It looks like it, but it's not. All right, so you've got a flat W, then you've got wave X, and then this is a double zigzag. A, B, C, X, A, B, C. There is actually double zigzag in there. So if you've got a complex correction for 2, you're not going to get it for 4. All right, and I do think that this is still wave 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. I just really don't want to see a break of these lows. So just listen to what I'm saying and where I'm personally going to be cautious. Is it right? Fuck knows. I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm showing you what I see. All right. So don't want to see a break before these lows, because then that negates this impulse. All right, and obviously it's going to be quite a big. I mean, if you do take wave 2, let me just go on trend base fib time. So it actually tops out there, wave 1, because that's an ABC, that's an expanded flat. So you've got wave 1 to wave 2, project it from wave 3. In the same time, you've still got another week until the 2nd of May. So it's just my washing machine. All right. So you've still got another couple of days, another week until obviously you're low here anyway. And wave 4s we know can be a lot bigger than can be a lot bigger. But again, how are you going to get a WXY when I personally think this is a WXY? This could be an expanded flat, and this could be a WXY. Could be the case. I just don't think it is. Doesn't suit an expanded flat, that in my opinion. All right. So I do think that this is the low. I don't think this is going to get taken. It's just, again, just be very, very cautious. I just said 5 minutes ago, I'm not trying to explain the same thing. All right, but I just wanted to explain that sort of a little bit in detail. All right. So what are we looking at now on Bitcoin? All right. So obviously you've got your wave 1. All right, I should have blown my nose before this video. Fucking hell, can't even breathe. So you got your wave 1, you got A, B, and I am still expecting a flat. Now that we've got an expanded flat, obviously, like I showed before with Bitcoin, it looks like you're getting an extension for your 5th wave. So if this is the case, you've got like a wave 1, or you've got wave A, wave B, wave C, then wave 3, then wave 4, then wave 5. Or you've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, wave 4, then wave 5. Or this could come down here and then go. I know this looks pretty big as an expanded flat, and the more this is dragging out, the more it is making me think it is not an expanded flat. All right, so again, I'm just showing you what I'm seeing here. Could this come back up? It could just keep coming straight back up now. Personally, I do think I want to see a bit more bleed. All right, we've not really got much bullish as anything as well. Like any of these, we've not got anything bullish. You're awesome. I do like to see. I don't really show many of these. I do really want to see I do really want to see a bit of a divergence on one of these. Nothing on the 4 hour. It looks like it's just going to keep bleeding slowly. You're going to get the what is it called? The drift of death. When you get a sharp move into a move, you normally do bounce. All right, when you obviously just keep drifting, it's called the drift of death, and you've probably seen it a lot of time. When price just slowly does stuff like this, it just drifts and fucking absolutely dies. Whereas when you just go like this, it looks like you just come straight back out because people are shitting the pants. All your big beans are long in because there's good liquidity. Because everyone's panicking obviously when it's a sharp move. All right, but yeah, there's nothing really here yet that's showing me that we're going to reverse. I do think we're probably going to have another few days of bleeding downwards, but yeah, I mean this could be a flat in itself. You could have like a wave A, wave B, and then wave C. All right, so if you get something like this, wave A, wave B, then wave C, then you could be getting a WXY. But again, hopefully we're still going to be looking at this. We're still going to be looking at an impulse like this. All right. Where are we going to be going as well in terms of obviously on Bitcoin? I'm going to explain that in a second. Obviously at the highs, but yeah, I do think we're probably going to bleed a little bit more down, and obviously your wave 2 to your wave 4, wave 2 to 4, either you come into the midpoint or you come into the low. So it's going to be pretty telling where that's going to be. Let's say this count still does play. All right, obviously where we're looking for this fifth and final wave of wave 3. All right, if you remember me showing in the previous video, I'm going to make this as purple so it stands out. This is where shit gets interesting, right? Your 1.618 from wave 1 to wave 2. Oh, to be fair, that is the same color as this. That actually works out. So yeah, you wave 1 to wave 2, right? I still think we're going to come back down. Are we just going to keep? Are we going to do something like this? So you've got your wave 1, wave 2, wave 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. And then are we going to go sideways for 6 months? And then are you only going to have obviously one more major push up? And are we going to get to that 135k? I do have 2 top targets, and it all depends on where this goes. It is either 135 grand, roughly, or about 170. And I've got many reasons why I've explained 170 in previous videos, but those are my 2 top targets. It all depends on where this top of this third wave finishes. If this top of this third wave finishes does come in at the 1.618 here, and it is literally just 5 waves, then I mean it's you probably are going to top about 135, and it all depends on if we get another extended fifth inside of the whole extended fifth inside of this extended fifth from 1 to wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, then you could have wave 4 here, then another extended fifth. I don't think top is in 2026. That's for ALTS and ETH. But yeah, it is all depending. So you're either going to come up here, create a wave 2, come up, you're probably going to have something like this, and then obviously come back down, and then that's obviously going to be 6 months of sideways while ALTS go fucking bananas. Right? I really don't want to see this low being swept. I really do want this to hold. It's going to be interesting to see if we do come up here, because if we do come up here, some alts could be coming up, but then they could be coming straight back down. All right. And if I do take this off, your 4.236 does actually come out at 90. So we could be coming up here for wave, you could be getting an extended. So wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then you could actually get an extended fifth wave to come up to 90. So it really does, honestly, it really does depend on where this ends. It's going to be very telling in my opinion. The fifth wave could just be end up being extended on its own, regardless if we come to 76, but you really want to see this get up there, man. But I wouldn't be shocked if we top out just before 80. Like, I really wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if we got what everyone is expecting, where a load of people are expecting this, and now we're just going to keep pumping up. But we do just keep pumping up. Everyone is mega bullish. We top out at 76 around end of May, June-ish, something like that. And then, yeah, we just come straight back down. We just come straight back down like this. And then we've got our last pump all the way to like 135, something like that. I think regardless, we go over 100k. It's going to be too good in my opinion. I think yeah, regardless we go over 100k. It's just where this fucking wave tops out. All right, 13 minutes. Fuck me dead. I could have done that in about 6. All right, so that's pretty much Bitcoin. All right, I'm gonna try and speed things up a little bit. So I'm just gonna go through ETH. Where are we? Ethereum. Right. If you remember me showing a while back, all right, 1 second. Yeah, I already had it. If you remember me showing a while back, this is obviously what I was expecting for ETH. We've been expecting this literally at the lows, but this is the only one I could find from a while ago. I did this 6 months ago. Sorry, I got an itch here. It's funny that I don't edit these videos, because I'm just fucking doing all sorts of shit. So, yeah, we obviously was expecting this for ETH. Expecting it since the lows here. Yeah, this is the only one I could find in October. But yeah, this is where we're at. So it is quite telling in this as well, because we've had a 2-wave move. You really don't want to see this low get taken. I don't think it will. This is what I mean. I don't think all the lows on Bitcoin or ETH will get taken, but it will be pretty interesting to see what does happen on this. But this is where we're up to scratch up to now. So obviously you got your wave 1, wave 2, your wave 3 are roughly around here, and that's where we're at. So you got your waves 3, and then obviously you've got one more pump. Again, where's this going to go? Right, so your wave 1 to wave 2. Let's change this color just so you understand. Are we just going to top out? If we top out here, that's probably where Bitcoin tops at 76. Or if we top out up here, that's where Bitcoin tops out at about about the 90, 96, whatever it is. All right. Or obviously you take it off and you've got a 2.618 at 4200, but that 42 pretty much just comes in here anyway. So, um, but yeah, it's quite it's quite hard to tell. Even if you obviously take it off log and put that here and put this here, even if you make this a 1 as well, you can't. There's not really much that distinguishes it really. It's quite yeah, not it's quite hard to sort of distinguish it at the moment. This is what I mean. I wanted more PA, but I just wanted to sort of show what I'm expecting. This looks like a complex correction. All right. It looks like a complex correction for wave 2. You get them a lot in crypto. Everywhere else, they're very rare. And my mentors, when out years ago, they used to tell me that they was rare. Fuck it, we see them all the time in crypto. Like they're literally, it's pretty fucking annoying to be honest. You see complex corrections a lot. It is pretty annoying, but what can you do? All right. This does look like a good zigzag. All right. Or you could be obviously getting a WXY, so ABC, then wave X, and then wave A, then wave B, and then are we going to have wave C? One more little dip down here we could do, and if we do, this is what I'm going to be showing in a second with some of the alts. Are we going to get another couple of weeks of 2-3 weeks of down? Yeah, it is. It is quite interesting. But yeah, this is what we're expecting for ETH. It's still great, guys. Don't if you're shitting your pants, don't be. All right, because it still looks fucking great. It's just yeah, we're in a bit of shite at the moment, and it's a little bit annoying. But what can you do? It's probably a good thing if you're working and you want to just load up. All right, now but this is sort of ETH. All right, I'm just going to go to Ethereum, Bitcoin, and then go to. So where's Ethereum, Bitcoin? So this is ETH. This is obviously your Ethereum Bitcoin. If you remember before, this is what was expected. We'll go Bitcoin dominance. We'll do Bitcoin dominance. All right, so just an update on this. It's been a while. All right, so if you remember, obviously previously, this is what we expected. Just want to double check something. Sorry. So yeah, Ethereum Bitcoin. This is obviously what was sorry, Bitcoin dominance. This is what was expecting previously. Fuck off. Why have I gone on that? All right, so obviously this is back in year and a half ago, November 2022, obviously when we was down here, obviously expecting this major pump, and this is obviously where we're at. All right, so we've still got, in fact, no, we don't have any more upside in my opinion. I really don't think we've got any more upside. I really don't. If you remember me saying as well on a post back in July last year and a video, we mentioned that this is the high and you're not going to get any other high on the Bitcoin dominance, and it's just going to be a continuous spike of just higher lows, and we literally drew this out as this has played. All right. But yeah, this is what I mean. Alt season is coming, guys. Like it's just more drag. It's just a lot more dragged out now because the waves are a bit thicker. It's obviously it's not as easy as back in 2021 where you could buy anything in alt season. It just went up in the space of a few months because there was hardly any coins for one, lost a lot less liquidity, hardly anyone in the markets. So everything did move a lot quicker and a lot easier. All right. And obviously to move Bitcoin from fucking a grand to 20k in the previous bull run is a lot easier than moving the fucking market from 15k to 150. So it is a lot more dragged out. You just need to be patient. But I've mentioned this so many times. If you are just getting into this market or you don't really know what you're doing, honestly, I did an all right post commenting on. I can't remember his video I commented on. Oh, fucking what's his name? Peter Brandt. All right, so commented on Peter Brandt's video, just pretty much saying that you guys, I say you guys as if I don't as well, but we've got an opportunity that no one's ever had before. Like you're getting into a market that you can literally make it in one cycle. You will lose it. You make it in a cycle. Honestly, you can say you won't. I mean, trust me, you will lose it. Like, yeah, you will, but you want to lose it. Honestly, I've lost fucking shitloads, let me tell you, but you need to go through that pain and that psychological stress to be able to make it and hold on to it. Every other trader that I know that's made it, they've made it from fucking up massively. Like, even if you read Market Wizards books as well, a lot of them traders, I say a lot of them, all of them, lost shitloads, but then they made it back. Because you need to go through it. You need to understand, like, yeah, sort of the pain in the markets as well. But we've got an opportunity. Anyway, I'm going off track. I do this. Well, we've got an opportunity here where you're getting into something that appreciates in value and does 10, 20x's within the space of a year, 2 years, whatever. Where back in the day, you was happy getting 10% on the fucking SPX and the Dow. Like people, and because it's so fast, people want it faster. They want it even quicker. They want it even quicker. They're buying meme coins at fucking 10 million market cap, whacking fucking the whole portfolio 10 grand in. No wonder you're not making it. You're not managing risk. Like you're setting yourself to fuck up. But you need to go through these things. Buy your meme coins. Please do it because you need to do it. I'd rather you do it now, lose a lot now, than just make it in the bull run and then just don't fuck up at the end of this run. Because once you've fucked up at the end of this run, you're going to be waiting a good few years to make it back, in my opinion. Because if you don't know what you're doing trading wise, then yeah, you're fucked. But yeah, I would say just read that post, but just buy spot. Just buy spot. Honestly, just I wouldn't even bother trading. Just fucking buy spot. All right. Anyway, that's my rant over. But yeah, this is what we're looking at anyway. All right, so obviously you've got your the more this has actually played out, the more it doesn't look like an expanded flat, but again, it more than likely is. But you can see that it's losing steam. It's coming up. It's losing steam now. It's starting to. It was more impulsive. Now it's starting to roll over, and it'll flush pretty quick. I do personally think that this is the high. We could have one more high then go, but I can't imagine this really getting topped out anymore, to be honest. And then obviously this is what's going to lead to your major alt season, and it is going to be massive. We're going to have a major alt season, all right. Yeah, whilst Bitcoin goes sideways, once it does top, I don't know how this plays yet, but I'm more expecting something, let's just say hypothetically comes down whilst Bitcoin goes sideways. Then when Bitcoin obviously pumps for its major rally, its top, then it does that. Then when it retraces a little bit, that's when alts go. And then when it retraces again, that's when Bitcoin takes it. And then obviously the market, and then obviously once we just keep plummeting, then yeah, it's just going to be fucking, honestly, it's going to be magical. I do think most alts probably top in 2026, to be honest. All right, I do think it's got a lot longer because I do think that ETH has got a lot more in terms of its wave counts. Then it's fifth. Then let's say we've got fourth here or fourth here. Then obviously go sideways, and then obviously you're going to come back up. You're going to top with Bitcoin near next year in April time, and then when Bitcoin goes sideways, I think when Bitcoin is going down, more down than ETH, and more down and then sideways, that's when I think ETH is just going to keep going sideways. And what do you think is going to be going nuts? Your fucking alts. And then when Bitcoin ends up retracing into its big wave one and then its wave two, this is obviously what's going to happen with your dominance. It's going to obviously be going down. Ethereum Bitcoin is going to be going up. And then this is when this is going to be going sideways. And then when Bitcoin dominance is going up like this and retracing, then obviously this is when you're going to get your final push. Oh no, sorry, when it comes down, this is when you're going to get your final push into 2026. All right. So I do think this probably tops out over 10k as well, to be honest, 11, 12 grand, something like that. I've had that target now. We've had the target since roughly around down here-ish, since obviously we knew that this is a big 1-2, 1-2. We knew it obviously up here that was expecting a 1-2, 1-2, but yeah. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling. Just comment if you don't mind the rambling. All right. But yeah, we'll go in. We'll keep fucking plodding along. See what we've gone through. Right, I'm just going to go on. So that's your Ethereum. I just want to go on Ethereum, Bitcoin. Hopefully you learned something as well. I'm going through it a bit slow, but this is what we was expecting for fuck off. I keep going on that chart. This is what we was expecting. I've probably got this wrong, to be honest. What I'm expecting this now is I actually think this is a fifth wave and it's truncated and you've just created a triple top. That's what I'm expecting. I think this is a crowned. What I mean by a crown is obviously it looks like a crown. All right, it looks like a crown triple top. I do think this is probably a leading diagonal, wave one, wave two, then 1, 2. Could be a running flat, A, B, C, then waves 3, A, B, C, D, E, wave 4, wave 5. And then you could have your wave 4, then your wave 5. So that could be a running flat. All right. And then this could actually be a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This wave 3 could go there, that could go there, and that could go there. All right, but I don't think that's the case. This looks probably the best fit, to be honest. All right. This has just been in sideways, in a sideways momentum. I did expect this to be a triangle. All right, but to be honest, I think that you've probably got some sort of like correction here. You are probably going to come back up, and then that's when Bitcoin maybe goes sideways up or upwards, comes back down like this, slams down, and then it's major alt season. All right, so it is quite interesting with Ethereum Bitcoin as well. Is this bottomed? To be honest, I'm sick of even calling a bottom on this. I'm not even going to go into it, but I just wanted to show this chart just to show that, to be honest, I probably got this wrong with the triangle. I did expect a triangle for a while, but this has just been in a nice corrective move. But essentially, I do think this goes up. Bitcoin is going to be going down, and alts will be outperforming very shortly. All right, and that's that. I'm just going to go, and now what I want to really go into, I know I'm not really explaining too much on these. I just wanted to show the charts because some people are quite new here and they won't have seen what was expecting. But your alt season is coming. I personally wouldn't be in Bitcoin now. There's not really much left. You're getting a 2x, 3 at best. Whereas, yeah, you're going to be getting minus 50% drops on alts. Tough shit. As long as you don't sell, you're withering the storm, in my opinion, for what is coming. All right. Yeah, we've gone on ETH long term. What have I covered? ETH long term, Bitcoin long term. Yeah, top of that wave. I just need to go through your alts now. And then ES1 and macro. We'll go through your ES1 and macro. We'll go through that. So this is very interesting. All right. So what you've probably got, this is what is quite weird as well with this, is this going to keep going with alts? Like, I personally think this tops out in 2026, and it's quite interesting saying that. If you remember me showing previously, we didn't actually show the SPX before, but we showed these back in November, about 6-7 months ago. But yeah, with the SPX, you've probably got the same. Where is this going to be? You're going to have something like this going into 2026. Once this tops, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Like, everything is just going to crumble, in my opinion. I think the stock market's going to crumble, crypto's going to crumble. It's all going to be an absolute fucking shit show, and it's going to happen pretty fucking fast. I do think alts, they're not going to go as bad as you think, but it's going to be pretty bad, like what we had with the previous minus 90%. So then obviously they are going to rebound, but with this, it's either an ABC X and then an ABC, and then you're coming up like this, all right, and obviously come back down and then one more high for a big ending diagonal. Or have you got an extended first wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. This is just going to hold off for a fourth wave and then one last push. You can't really tell much on SPX, really, as opposed to the other two. I just wanted to show the SPX because someone asked about it. All right, but you've got a double failure swing low here anyway. So you've got two swings and then you proceed. So wave 1, wave 2, another wave 1, then wave 2, or a 3, 4, then you proceed. This looks like a third wave. All right, but it's still looking healthy, still looking good. All right, but again, you're either going to get an ending diagonal, in my opinion, and it all's probably going to top in about 2026, or this is literally just going to try. You've got like an extended 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. All right, and then you're going to have another, let's say, like wave 4 and then a wave 5, and this is your big extended first wave, the biggest wave, then wave 3, then wave 4, wave 5, and it's just showing slowed down selling momentum. All right, I'm just going to go to the Dow, all right, because the Dow is actually one that we showed previously before, all right, and this is obviously what we showed on the Dow previously. All right, so do you know what, I'm just going to go through to yeah, this is where we're at. So if you remember me, obviously me showing before, obviously we was down here with ABC and was saying all legacy set for the all-time highs. What do you think Bitcoin's going to do? And that was back in November. And obviously Bitcoin looked like shit back then. I think it didn't actually pump before. Where was it? November, October, November. Yeah, here. And it didn't look obviously a lot better than obviously didn't look as good as obviously the stock market at the time in terms of the chart wise. But yeah, all legacy is obviously set for all-time highs, and this is obviously AB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just a standard ABC running flat. All right, 1-to-1 measured move, 1-to-1 measured move of wave A to B or to C, and then obviously a 0.382 of obviously there to there, obviously your impulsive wave. This is quite interesting, to be honest, because you've got this is what we showed before. Can you remember in a previous video we mentioned that we're going to come up here? I think it was back in Feb. We said we're going to come up here, and again the same thing where we obviously are we going to come back down and come like this and then set one more high going into 25, 26. Do you know what is quite interesting with the stock market? If it doesn't crumble and we are just set for an absolute giga pump, it's going to be very fucking telling, honestly. Like how much we're holding this fucking this shit show up. To be honest, this needs to crumble, but it's just not. It's just not going anywhere. It's just being up only. To be honest, it's going to be fucking interesting as well if Bitcoin ends up making another extended fifth wave and it just keeps running. All right, but yeah, I personally do think that it probably is an ABC, and you probably are going to come back down. All right, and then obviously create one more high. I have still got an ending diagonal as obviously the main count. All right, and obviously we've had it for a while. Um, but yeah, just wanted to sort of show this as well. You've got your A, your wave, and your B. Sorry, your ABC, and obviously you've come up smack bang on the on there as well. And what's this? Is this a? Does this match to anything? Hmm, you can't really say. 0.618. So yeah, it probably is an ending diagonal from the whole stock market that's been going on for about 277 years or whatever, something like that. So yeah, maybe something like this, and then obviously one more high, a big just ending diagonal. This might even truncate. It could just truncate it, make a truncated fifth, and then we're going to absolutely eat shit. But yeah, legacy as well is still looking okay, but I do still think that this is an ABC upwards, and we've actually been expecting this since here. We've been expecting ending diagonal for ages, to be honest. And then obviously you got your Nasdaq as well. Obviously we showed that here. Obviously showing that obviously your Nasdaq's down here as well. Obviously we counted this previously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 3 1.618, everything obviously matched up. All right. Yeah. I haven't looked at this for a while, months actually. How long? Yeah, months. All right, so this is probably going to go sideways. They look very similar, but they also look quite different. It's interesting, but it's going to be quite interesting to. I know I keep saying interesting, but it's going to be very interesting to see if the stock market just keeps carrying on. To be honest, like everyone is expecting this major crash in years to come. Everyone's been expecting this major crash for years. Everyone expected this major crash down here, and obviously we carried on going. And if you remember me saying down here at the lows, I was saying it actually the whole way down, saying that it's not the top. It is not the top. We've not crashed too quick. Looks pretty corrective. Like everything just looked okay. Like it's still sort of obviously combined between parallel lines. Like it just looked corrective. All right. But yeah, it still looks good and it's still going to continue for the next good few months, in my opinion. All right. So that's obviously the legacy markets. I know I'm being quiet, just sort of talking here, not really giving you much context, but all right. And then obviously your alt market. So this is where we're save the best till last day. All right. Right. Let's go into some of these. So I'm just going to explain a few why I think that we could be in for a bit of a shitstorm or we're going to bounce. Right. So this might be wave 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, that could be 4, then that could be wave 5, right? If it is, and this does look corrective like this, what the fuck is this? Right? You've either got A, B, 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, extended fifth, wave 1, wave 2, wave 1, wave 2, off you pop. Wave 1, A, B, C, off you pop. C, off you pop, right? I know I'm saying so many counts here, but again, I need more PA. What I really do want to see, and what you guys want to see, in my opinion, I don't really want to see this level get broken just quite yet, but it could do. And if it does, then I do think that this is your major third wave. That goes there, or this purple goes there for this huge wave 1, wave 2. This is just AI, by the way, wave 1, wave 2, but could be telling for some of the alts. That could be your major third. We could be getting an ABC, wave X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, and C. And we could have, again, another 2 to 4 weeks, like I said on the post. Again, I'm not doom posted, I'm just saying 2 to 4 weeks, 34 minutes, we can do this in another 6. All right. And then obviously, this is where you could be bottoming out. What I want to see happen, this is what I want, right? I want this to be an ABC, Jesus, ABC, ABC. You come back down here, if you remember me saying, so A, B, C, X, sharp ABC zigzag comes back to test obviously the previous B, and then we come an ABC, right? and we do something like this and we create a triangle. I wouldn't mind that happening, to be honest. It would make more sense. And then what we've probably got there is your AI coins are probably going to be topping out shortly. You've probably got a big wave 4 here, then your wave 5, then you've probably only got one more wave 4, and then probably another fifth wave, to be honest. I can't really imagine these going too much higher. I mean, they could carry on until 25, but these have obviously just been a bit of a leader. But why am I showing you this? So I'm showing it you because this could be more context of stuff coming down. I also want to show you ICP as well. If you remember me showing that previously that I really did want a sweep of these lows, because you've got wave A, you've got an A, a B, a C, all right, so a flat, A, B, sharp, C. Was actually expecting this as well. Was actually expecting another dip lower, but I was saying, how can it happen if most of the market's not going to fall? The whole fucking market shit itself, all right? But you might have some WXY correction, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, something like that. And then obviously you've got a sharp ABC. This looks like it needs another low. It just looks like it needs another low. Plus, I wouldn't mind a sweep of these lows and create more of an expanded flat. A, B, wave C, and it expands a little bit more. Again, where's that take you? Another 2-3 weeks till obviously the end of May, end of May. A few of these other ones as well, like you can count these. You can count this as you can count ARB as an ABC flat. You've come up, you've created an A, a B, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Naturally, you'd think that's going up. I actually ended up getting washed out of a trade up here. Where is it? Thinking that it was a flat. I actually thought it was a low of an expanded of a flat wave A, wave B, and then I thought 1, 2, wave 3, A, B, C, D, E, wave 4, and then wave 5, and I expected this to be the low when I saw this, and I actually got washed out of this trade. Again, same thing, A, B, C, you came up, and actually it ended up making one more low, coming back up to retrace, and then yeah, obviously making another low, and that could happen again with this. I don't think these, if that gets swept, then the bottom's in my opinion. All right, but again, if you count this from 4, 1, 2, wave 3, is this now? I've seen this happen a lot, and what have I said? Wave A of triangles is sharp. Is that wave A? You've come to the 0.618, looks great. A, B, C, D, E. Is this going to create one more low? Middle of May, end of May, depending on how long it gets. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it doesn't even make a new low. Maybe it actually ends up truncating because that was so low, and then we go. Or maybe that wicks it and then goes. You've not really got too much room for price to sort of fuck up here, because obviously you're low, and I do expect this low to hold, is obviously down here. I think this is the low. That looks like an ABC in my opinion. This is your low, and it truncated. All right. But it does come to the 1.618. This is also the thing as well. The bottom is either in for most of these, or you have got a little bit of shit. I need more PA. Unfortunately. All right. But again, CVX and CRV, I actually did sell my CRV bags. I will be buying back. Not yet, but you've got, again, is this a wave 1, wave 2, wave 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, wave 4, wave 5, middle end of May? If you've got a little bit more downside to go, maybe not too much, maybe this just truncates, then you got a wave, another wave 4, then a wave 5, and then you're off your pop. You know, like you need to start getting back above these highs for these alts. You start getting back above these highs for alts, then obviously you can continue to the upside. You start breaking down. Honestly, I think we've got another few weeks of shit, to be honest. But it is, again, it's interesting because you've got your ABC for ETH. So you've got obviously a nice little bull flag. I really don't like saying these shitty little, because at least when you first get into trading, all you look at is head and shoulders, bull flags, this and that. Yeah, you've just got a zigzag contained between parallel lines. I'll say it like that because every time I say bull flag, it gives me PTSD when I didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing back in the day. This looks like a leading diagonal. Wave 2. This is the thing as well. What's interesting, some alts look like they're going to bleed. ETH, is this a ABC, WX, AB, C, or is this going to A, B, C, D, E? Is this going to triangle, then create one more low, middle of end of May? As long as we don't touch, it's not the end of the world if you touch that, because I don't think that's the high of wave 1. As long as we don't come down here at 23 grand, we're sweet. You don't really want too much more downside though. But yeah, you get back above here, then it's game on for ETH. You want to get back above this level. You start getting back above 3.3, obviously it's game on. But yeah, ICP, you've got Again, Ocean, the same thing. CRV, you've got this, like I mentioned, showed obviously before. FET. Obviously, I've just mentioned ARB. What else can I really explain? There's not really many others, to be honest. ACH, what an absolute killer. Yeah, most of my portfolio is in this coin. If you watched my portfolio change, this, what a chart. What a chart. 30% of my portfolio is in this. I know, 300 mil fucking altcoin. What a noob. But yeah, 1 second. To be honest, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll keep it at 40 minutes. It's not too bad. If you can, like, comment, subscribe, share it about. All right. Um, yeah, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. I've not really got much else to explain. You want to start, just a little quick recap there. So obviously for Bitcoin, what you don't want to see, all right, in my opinion, is a break of these lows. And if you do, I want limited downside. I really don't want to start seeing a flush, or you could potentially be saying this is a top for Bitcoin and it's going to get a little bit nasty. But yeah, I want to see a break above this level. It's obviously reclaim, but I really want to see a break of the MKL to obviously start getting above, or we're obviously going to see a little bit more downside before we could come. This also what could happen what could happen as well. We could come back down, alts bleed, Bitcoin comes back up when alts don't really do much. We come back down a little bit, alts bleed, and sort of Bitcoin takes the market. That also could happen, but I don't want to see a break of that low. A lot of these alts, again, I'd love for this to just flush down here, find support here, and then just create another ABC. To be honest, that would be great, and that's what could obviously be fitting with Bitcoin. We come back down a little bit more. All right, and then obviously you come back up, and as you're coming back up, some of these obviously retrace as well for a wave A. Then you come back down while Bitcoin is obviously making its 1-2, wave 1, wave 2. Most of your alts get stuck, and then obviously they come back up, so you've got a big, sort of like a big triangle. But yeah, I feel like I'm just waffling on here, to be honest. Just can't fucking get me off the mic, can I? All right. If you do want to comment Wellington boot. All right. It's quite interesting. Obviously, you know what? Yeah. Anyway, I won't go into it 'cause it's going to ruin it for the people that mentioned it, yeah, previously. But just comment Wellington boot. All right. You'll thank me in a few weeks / few months. All right. Wellington boot. All right, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share it about. It has been a fucking pleasure. If you want to message me on Twitter, you got any questions? I've got a lot of time for you guys, so I'll try and respond to every message, every comment and stuff. And if you do want any help, you do want any guidance on what books to sort of read, where to go to find more info, or get into elite wave analysis and sort of try and understand and study the markets, then yeah, message me. But that's it. Wellington boot. Peace.